I would say year 11 PD camp.
I would say my first day here in year 11, I fell over the stairs at the maths block and I blamed it on a stick.
Mine is pretty fresh, but it's ever since I dropped from advanced to general maths, I've been sitting next to Michael French and we've been making great memories ever since.
Come Josephine, my flying machine going up. She goes, up she goes.
One time I got in trouble by a science teacher and I told her like 3 different wrong names and I did this like 10 times.
Probably in year 11 PE, and there was like, we were just sitting in class doing our work, and then a spider drops from the ceiling, and there's like a massive spider right onto the desk next to Sheetal, and then the whole class just like goes to the corners of the room and gets on top of desks.
And then Brad saved the day.
Yeah. Brad saved the day.
Every day was a good memory.
Yeah. Just, free periods, you know, in the seminar room.
Playing footy with the boys on the field.
When Barley slipped over in year 7 footy.
Yeah, soccer footy on the field.
Yeah, I don't know.
In year 8, I had like a really crappy Samsung phone and it would dial like random numbers but it wouldn't call. So one day in woodwork, it dialed a random number and that number tried to call me back. And then when I called it back during classes, turns out I called the cops. And they went to my house, but my parents don't know. So hi Mom, hi Dad. Oh my God.
Crap, I don't know how to start mine. Okay, so Pauline Hanson was in the news and like she did this interview with like some hosts, I don't know, I think 7 News or something, and then like it was kind of like confronting, and then like I feel like later in the day like there was school and stuff, and Zara came up to me and she was like, hey man, it's okay, no worries, I still love you. So that was really heartwarming, so that's probably my most memorable moment. Yeah.
Cute. Okay guys, that's what it's my most memorable moment will be leaving school. So it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm looking forward. So original. I'm looking forward. I know, right?
Oh yeah. So was it year 8? Year 8. Yeah. It had to be year 8. So in year 8, we were really into Wattpad. So that included One Direction fan fiction. So there was this really big fan fiction that Mel and I enjoyed, and then like Zayn was the guy I was rooting for, and he was rooting for Niall. And then we got really angry about it, so our friendship really ended because of a fanfic. It's great. Yeah, that was genuinely anger, like genuine anger. It was so bad. That's great. Oh, good times.
Right, so I have 2 most memorable moments. We got one where we did stacks on and like invade the cabins at past camp for the snow, where we just got absolutely destroyed. And then the other one was knocking Brendan out with a footy, just right around the corner here, passed out on the floor. It was great to see.
Passed out.
My memorable moment, it's an accumulation of a lot of things. I love seeing Callum Martin get triggered. And then that had a karaoke night once in Boy Joy D. We all know how that happened. Origins of the helmet.
Mine will probably have to follow up on Braden's, but the day before Brendan got knocked out, he also got taken down by me, but then watching Braden just torpedo the ball so perfectly, hit him right in the temple, and I'm pretty sure he was faking it, not gonna lie.
My most memorable moment is a recent one. It's when some of the good boys bleached their hair. I like that one. Whoa! Some of the boys didn't bleach their hair though, because this guy's girlfriend said that he couldn't. Just saying. Just putting it out there.
So at some point, Nikki basically told me to kill myself, and I choose to ignore the context.
It was a joke.
Suicide is not a joke, okay? So bad.
In year 7, we had to do that mud thing in the camp.
Oh, Mud World.
And I didn't want to go under and wet my hands, and like, so it was like they were spending 5 minutes trying to convince me, but I never did it.
You should have done Mud World. It would have been fun. Yeah. Hair struggles. My most memorable moment is probably year 8 performance night.
and watching Miss Katya Kraljewski have to sing Dynamite with a side on Hatwards. 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 And she was the only one trying, and it was just a great time to watch your best friend be like really shy and anxious and have to sing in front of the whole year. So my happiness was her like
I want to see that now.
Like her being freaked out on stage.
My one would probably be when I first moved here. Yeah, like I think one of the first classes was commerce, and Zara was like, "Hey, are you new?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she asked me for my name. She's like, "Oh, that's really nice, and I love your hair, blah blah blah." And I was like,
and we found out we were twins.
Yeah, and we found out we had the same birthday, so I kind of had to stick with her.
No, we're actually twins. Guys.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's true.
It's identical, clearly.
Yeah. So probably when, I don't know, it was like year 10, I think, the girls made me fake an injury to get an escalator key. And it's like, I didn't want to do it, and they shotted not before I got a chance, so I had to use George's...
It's an elevator, not an escalator.
Oh, an elevator. So I had to use George's dancing knee help me thing, and I put it on my knee and I pretended that I hurt my knee in karate. And yeah, then we used that elevator key for a long time because we're lazy. Oh, and oh no, no.
Say that. Oh, alright. And
yeah, that was it.
My most memorable moment was probably when Liz bullied me.
Mine was when Liz bullied me too.
Mine was when me and Liz did walking in year 7 or 8 and she fell down the train tracks and me and Michael French had to pull her up and all she was worried about was her ice cream.
It's probably all the weird stuff that Mr. Weil used to say in like year 9 science. Just random, unuseful stuff.
Playing with a slinky the whole lesson, that was interesting.
What was yours?
No, you go.
Probably when me and Georgia Harris did crap out of Mr. Paps one lesson. I think it was last year. We were wearing masks and we came up from behind him and he screamed like a girl in front of his whole class. So that was pretty funny. I don't have one. I don't know. I'm so sad. I hated it all. I hated it over it.
My most memorable moment was probably in year 9 in maths where our teacher, Miss Ware, was saying that Robert came first in the class and I applauded him and I got sent out and screamed at.
Okay, Liz. Year 10 history with Miss Adversary. She had like a whole like box of chocolates so that year 12s gave to her, and when she left the class, Zach stole like a bunch of chocolate blocks. Like, he was just eating it.
And also, that same day, Miss went out of the classroom and Bailey replied to Mrs. Boyfriend's text message on her phone. And then she opened it and was like, "What the hell?" And she just yelled at the whole class.
Like every year 10 science class.
Yeah, we were literally in stitches every single lesson. It was great.
Oh, your school, nothing is memorable.
Just like you forget to snore. There we go. Most memorable moment was year 11, general maths with Mr. Vignanich. Someone farted in the class, he locked the door and no one was allowed to leave. There's no one out here, so that's going to be the technication. It was probably good. It was good.
Yeah, my memorable moment was probably in year 8 meeting Stan for the first time. He was a very annoying person back then, and I was trying so hard not to punch him in the face, honestly. Every lesson he would just be like, "Oh Scott, I need help." He's still annoying to this day. I don't know why I'm friends with him, honestly.
None of us do.
And Hayden and Callum Martin, just far over there, went to go for the ball, ended with a tooth in Callum's head.
Do you remember that one? My most memorable moment would be the snow camp, and we're just on the kiddies planes, and we're waiting down the bottom, and we're waiting for Adam Stutzel because he was in our group, and we're like, oh, like, where is he? We turn around and see this kid come absolutely flying down the hill, just directly straight and like inches from cleaning up a kid. And I just thought it was really funny, but yeah, that's my most memorable moment.
At Year 10 ski camp, me and Marika were on the T-bar thing, and then we fell off, and then I took out like 10 people in a row by falling down the hill.
And ski camp was the best time.
Also, to add in a memorable moment for Marnie, she was going on that Travelator thing, magic carpet at the snow, and she was horrible at snowboarding, no offense, and she tripped over her own feet on the magic carpet and then took us all out behind her. So like me and Zara were jumping over her in our skis trying to get over, and she took us out and we had to stop the magic carpet all for her, and then she couldn't get back up and had to like crawl off. It was great times.
Probably Mr. Hearn and his litter stick. Nothing beats when your principal's walking around picking up garbage. Really, nothing beats it. Alright, Roden. Well, yes, you do. Yeah. What about your 6,000 birthdays? Yeah, every time we sing. Yeah, every day is his birthday. Oh, yeah, every day was, yeah. The first time. What do you think Hugo would think about you, mate? Isn't that important? You can Hugo and get suspended.
My most memorable moment would be Year 9 pass camp. I was just having a nice sleep in my bed and get woken up to Ricky shaking my leg because he wakes me up because he was angry I was in his bed, but he had to get out of his bed to get into mine, so I don't know how that's happened really.
Yeah, mine was when Nathan was chasing me and I stopped and had my legs open and he absolutely cleaned me up and kicked me in the balls.
Probably when in Year 8 PE, when I was hit in the face with a cricket ball and had a bleeding nose, and Mr. Redruff asked if anyone had a tampon.
That was a good one. My most memorable moment would be when Carly got trapped in the bathrooms and she was literally hanging onto the cage screaming, and we had to get the teachers. Yeah, so
mine seems to all be PE related. Like, there was like Mr. McLaughlin was just telling the entire class to throw balls at me, so it was just me standing there being attacked. And then probably when like good old Miss Soothill just that entire class. Oh man. Anyone?
Some of our most memorable moments were Year 7 and 8 art.
Yeah.
That was a really interesting time.
The photos from that entire 2 years.
The panoramas in textiles.
I just remember when Mackenzie like filled her shoe up with water accidentally, and like I just don't understand how that could happen, but like she did it, you know? I don't know. It was just ridiculous lunchtime.
We don't have all day.
My most memorable moment would be leaving at the end of the day.
All how many ever times you've done that, like that's the greatest part. Probably excuse my gayness, but meeting this kid.
Aww.
Yeah, it's cute. I know a couple people will be happy with hearing that.
Well, in recent times, in chemistry, when we were doing fermentation,
Yes.
and I picked up a bag of salt instead of a bag of sugar. And obviously nothing happened, so now I've forever been known as Salt Boy, especially by Mr. Paps. So yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I remember this so well, but we're in a languages staff room and there was a really dirty desk, and I was sitting next to Kieran and someone told him to lick it, so he goes from one end to the desk with his tongue and goes all the way to the other end. And he got really sick, I think. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's the most memorable moment.
In Year 8, I was in the change rooms and some Year 10 kid was just walking around with his pubes out. I've been scarred since then, pretty much.
So it's most memorable, but like not the best type, not the good type of memorable.
Tony hitting on the Year 10 and his sister.
When Adam pissed himself and we're playing knee footy.
Year 10 camp, definitely.
It's gonna be leaving.
I don't know. Yeah, mine hasn't happened yet because I haven't left.
What do you mean?
Yes! Oh, yeah, definitely got to be the camps for sure.
getting hit by a handball by Max Marakovic.
Oh yeah, this is a good one. I keep patting you.
And like the high school camps, probably every day just sitting here with these guys. Something funny comes up. I know these idiots keep walking past, but yeah, every day with my friends, just mucking about, talking nonsense. It's always amused me. I love these guys.
Well, despite the relentless efforts by a particular group to make my life hard for a few years, I would have to say it'd be the snow trip and just hanging out with the guys. Yeah.
Most memorable moment is definitely the snow trip and all the banter shared over the years with the boys.
Yeah, you know, just like hanging out with friends, and especially when Tass got me off like behind the tennis courts the other week. That was really good for me.
Mine probably Alvy at snow trip when he went down the hill without braking. All of his skis are all over the place and stuff. Yeah, that was funny.
I've had a few, you know, when Bailey Wood left and they were like, you know, going down the hill in the mud and like the snow trip. But, you know, the ones that are the best are like when like you're in trouble with the teacher and with your friends and like you just can't laugh. You know those ones? Yeah, they're pretty good. But yeah.
The most memorable one was Brody and Tess arguing in business class and a few things get thrown out of the classroom and they're not allowed to argue, you know. This is pretty funny, I must say.
Most memorable moment is probably seeing you guys here every day because, you know, once I leave, I'm not going to be able to see you guys again.
Comedy Central roast. Oh, and Ultimate Frisbee. That was so good.
Those were the days. I did love Ultimate Frisbee, definitely. Yeah, probably the time that I threw a grape to Leanne and it got lodged in her throat and then she like spat it out and it flew like 20 metres. It was so exciting. But yeah,
that was great. Nearly died.
Watching Kyle fall down an average of 3 times per day.
Oh wow, I'm going to say a story as well, so that sucks.
Say the story.
So in year 11, we had an ancient history excursion and I stayed over at Kyle's the night before and then the bus came and we were like a bit late and like we read the app wrong or whatever. I don't know.
You can't swear.
Oh, we're not allowed to swear? Oh.
Idiot.
Anyway, so then I was running for the bus because we saw the bus and I ran for it because I can actually run. And I got to the bus and then it was kind of awkward so Kyle had to run as well and he sprinted perfectly fine, got to the step before the bus, rolled his ankle and fell over. Probably the funniest thing I ever experienced in my entire life and I didn't even see it, so yeah.
Thanks. I can't remember. So I'm just gonna have to go with when I leave high school. That'll probably be my most memorable moment because I hate this. It sucks. I hate this uniform. I just want to be done. I'm kidding. Bye.